Generally Hyde is related to the Habsburgs. And yeah, I know I can use the Holy Orders, I just don't think they're that useful. And they're super micro heavy. And they cost. There's only really one that's any use anyway, it's the top one, the Jesuits. Which I don't think were available. I think the first time we were looking at this, the Jesuits weren't available. Or something. We are ahead of time, though we will need to take a technology soon. And I am reliant on trade, so it's not a priority. Yes, we'll save some money in terms of construction, but eh. Okay, we got the 3 ships building. The other thing I wanted to do was upgrade a centre of trade down here. If I haven't done so already, I haven't. That was going to be you. And Carbo, I don't think needs to be upgraded. In Humbane, probably does. Or something here in Malacca, though we don't control any other centres of trade there. Or we can just build some more buildings. Or we could build some light ships and actually start protecting trade. Now, here's another question. When is the early frigate available? 2 techs. We're about to hit 14. I don't think I want to invest in this right now. Once we hit early frigates, I will take a bunch of loans and we will invest really heavily in a trade fleet. Because you're not wrong, we should be doing that. The other thing is we probably should be saving money so that we can actually embrace printing press. Because we are still a ways away from actually having it spread everywhere. Oh, game froze. But not OBS this time, so it's not my computer, it's literally just EU4. Burrito. That's annoying. Was that an uprising that was actually showing up here? Bugger. Well, I can move 15 troops at a time. Oh man, my navy is terrible. Yeah, you guys are going to suffer some really heavy attrition if I do this. So Smashed is definitely not going to be in charge, Elzadraki is. And we'll put you on the ships. Wait, did it? Elzadraki didn't even go with them. Well, that's hardly useful. Oh yes, he did. Okay, that's a graphical glitch. General? No general. Because the general's actually in here now. Alright, let's send you over to Indonesia. This is going to be eye-watering in terms of attrition taken, because we are going a very long way. And yes, I see that a bunch of you have done the drink teas. I will deal with that in a moment. My notifications have disappeared. There they are. Oh, and Gigao also cheered. I am sorry I missed those bits. Thank you very much, Gigao. Was there a message fixed? Not that I'm seeing, and that is unfortunately one of the things that this notification pop-up doesn't show. No, there wasn't. Okay, found it. Dex Gaming. This one's for you. Syndrin's for you. And then Mystery Potato. This one is for you. And yeah, shaky screen whenever I tab. Don't know why it does it. Colonial Eastern America to be the sole domain of Portugal. Okay. Scientific instruments. With new developments in the art of glassmaking and metalwork comes the ability to create more refined scientific instruments. Lenses that magnify the very distant and the very small are invaluable to our astronomers and natural philosophers, while chemists hone their craft to be more complex metal tools. Recent breakthroughs have given Castile a scientific edge in the production of this equipment. We can but eagerly await the discoveries that have been made possible. Knowledge sharing to Venice has ended, and we are now trading in slaves, which increases our tariff income. Mali is claiming land, and Morocco is raiding us. Some things never change. Yeah, these zealots are taking everything. Oh no, are you converting everything back again? I think you might be. That's going to be really irritating. And has that also cancelled your orders? No. And wow, you've made a long way in a surprisingly short amount of time. This does show that our ships can make it at least to Indonesia without suffering attrition. It really is just the Pacific crossing that we are struggling in. Ah, the light ships are done. Good. So let's go grab them. Not you. Send you to Huelova. Group you together. And then we're going to hire a new explorer. And this shall be Samuel. A remarkably good explorer. And you're going to go ahead and explorify. Now, what do we need to know? Arabian Sea is here. Eastern Indian Ocean is probably this bit. East China Sea would be this bit. Northeast Pacific, Southeast Pacific. I'm thinking the Southeast Pacific will be this bit. So you go ahead and find out what's over there. Right, where are my transports? So close. How many troops did flipping hell? We left with 15,000. We arrived with 6. Ouch. Friends in need. The Queen Consort of our illustrious King, Carlotta, has recently brought us a request from her family. House No Dynasty of Naples. Send our best administrators to help them, or what do we get in return? No, never. No, we'll send you some admin. That's totally fine. Are you going for Banjar? You're totally going for Banjar, aren't you? Let's see if I can beat you. Go, 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 go. 17th. No, we won't. Damn. And now we're going to arrive with a straight unload. -3. Awesome. Thankfully we have the technological advantage. So Sumpit has been done. Now the other benefit to this is we now have an army in Indonesia which we can use to attack Siak or any other potentially producing location. Oops. Send a colonist. Alright, rebels defeated. So if you split into 3 and begin reclaiming these territories. I wonder, can we convert anything? No. Oh wait, yeah we can. Yes we can. Sampit's already being converted by a religious centre. Converted to Sunni from Hindu. Oh, that's the... That's this, isn't it? Propagate religion. Yeah, so Muslims can use centres of trade, not centres of trade, trade nodes to convert to Sunni, which is how it spread to, for example, Indonesia. Which is a mechanic I haven't really made much use of, but clearly the AI is. Which is annoying, because Sunni is much harder to convert from than Hindu. Okay, so we are converting again. We can actually boost our stability now. I'm wondering if I want to go ahead and spend another bunch of stability to get this to 2, and then use the papal influence to get it to 3. I think I do. We're going to make you a level 2 through those points, then we're going to make you a level 3 through that. Sergipe is producing coffee. Portugal wants access. Portugal's not getting access. And Sampit can now be converted. There we go. So now we have all 4 of our missionaries at work in Indonesia. And we can start thinking more seriously about going after Siak. So you're allied to Kutai, which is these guys. So even if I attacked Siak, Kutai could still try and take Borneo. However, Kutai quite likes us, so I wonder if I attack you, will Kutai actually join? And Shamnar will also join. Hang on. Alright, there's just different colours. I was thinking for a moment there my colonies had the Portuguese colours for some reason, because they were green. They don't, they're just green. It's just a very Portuguese green. The No dynasty is one of the most noble. It's such an illustrious house. Could probably use a stack of marines to police the colonies. Not really, because you only get 3 of them. And 3,000 marines aren't going to do anything against stacks of like 9 or 10 or 11,000. Like my problem with marines is you never get enough. The numbers are just not meaningful. If I could bring in, like, a stack of, I don't know, 15,000 marines, sure, that could be good. And yeah, my sailor limit is really low. So, using 3,000 of my 5,000 sailors and marines, not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Actually, before you start loading up, how do I want to manage this? Because I need to, in 5 years, take a spice province. Oh. Kutai, hang on, are you in the Indonesia? You are in the Indonesia node. So we could go... Oh no, that would bring in Malacca. Siak and Cebu. So going after Siak would be the easiest. The problem there being that I would need to separate piece out Kutai first. I think that's reasonable. I think that can be done. The other problem is I have no naval units out here. So Siak has an army of 18,000. I suspect that my 15,000 can beat that. What about Kutai? Kutai has a standing army of 11. I can definitely beat that because I do have the technology advantage on both of those. And then at sea, you have 3 heavy ships. You have 5. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you... Keep using the Hearts of Iron key for training instead of drilling. K instead of J. Very annoying that they have just 2 different keys. And we'll dispatch the heavy ships out here to go and fight against the navy so I can actually land in Siak. We are going to be losing these 2 provinces in the meantime. So it goes. Every so often a country is blessed with honest men working hard for the state. A number of good viceroys from our overseas holdings are giving us a real boost. How much money are we actually making from tariffs right now? 5.2, 5.8. Yeah, tariffs aren't really producing a huge amount. Belatung just finished. That is you. Tropical wood, though. So we do have another colonist, which again we are going to send... Actually, we might send you to Africa. I think I'm going to send you here. I want to try and grab some more of this coast, because the trade resources here are usually fairly valuable, and also here, to be honest. And I want to make use of the fact that we've got the really good assimilation. And there are a lot of natives there. Marines would be better if you could have more and if it used land manpower. I mean, I don't actually mind so much that it uses sailors. I have not, as this Castile, focused building sailors at all. You can. You just need to build docks instead of training grounds. And if you have a large navy anyway, then you're going to have a lot of sailors. Like in the Hunter game, I've got like 30,000 sailors. Playing as the Netherlands, you often get a lot. So that I don't have a problem with, the fact that it uses sailors. You just need to rejig your economy a little bit to handle that. But the fact you only get 3,000 of them is not enough to do anything. Like making a landing, not really enough. Fighting against uprisings, definitely not enough. Pushing a straight crossing? Pfft, no. What happened to England? They have... I don't think it's the Civil War. I think that this is just years of uprisings or whatever it's called. Years of chaos. Okay, I think that we need to build a spy network with you. Unfortunately, Portugal found us, so we're not going to get a spy with you. So we are instead going to have to get one against Syac. We're attacking Syac and then separate piecing out Kutai. Need to remember to do the orders there correctly. Parallel authorita. The Burghers are not the sole authority within their cities. The clergy also have a strong presence in most big cities, going back to their initial founding. Conflicts sometimes arise when the councils of the Burghers implement rules that the clergy disapprove of. Such conflicts have become more and more commonplace, and the members of the clergy are openly acting in defiance of the various rules the Burghers have agreed upon for their cities. So, side with the Burghers, Burghers gain loyalty, clergy lose it. They gain influence, clergy lose it. Or vice versa. So, what do we care about? At the moment, both sides are incredibly happy. The papal influence is nice, but it's not critical. I would say the dev cost and trade efficiency is more so, so I think we're going to be siding with the Burghers here. The one I actually want to beef up is the nobility. Oh no, we already have primacy of the nobility. Never mind. I keep forgetting we've already got the +1 power from each of these already. Madness. No. Kutai. We're separate piecing Kutai. So we're going to be attacking Syac, which we're calling Kutai. We're separate piecing out Kutai for their spice territories here in the north. Then once we've taken those spice territories, that will complete our agenda. Do these need to be cored? No. Just need to be in a trade company, which is easy enough to do. We'll put them in a trade company and then we'll turn them off of a trade company again. We just need to make sure that we win this fight in 5 years, which I'm not 100% sure that we're going to be able to do. What happened to the galleys? Oh, these are the explorers. You lot haven't actually left port yet. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, those are caravels, not carracks. Had me a little bit concerned there. For just a moment. What's this? We could go in military idea, but no. We definitely want to get Miltech 14. Oh! No, we don't have a military advantage. Except for the fact that we're Castile and we have more morale. And you have no combat abilities whatsoever, whereas we're quality... We have Castellan traditions and we have Reconquista, which means we should, theoretically, have good generals, although Elzadraki I would certainly not prove that. We have got pretty good professionalism too. Speaking of professionalism, you finished exploring, that's why you've stopped. Okay, now we have a way through. Do we want to risk this again? Yes. Yes, we do. Unfortunately, you keep going the wrong way for the circumnavigation. I want you to go from here over to here. Not a huge amount we can do to help them. Now, do I want to bring more troops over? Because we do still have our colonial army in Nuevo Castillo, which we could send. And now that we have a base in Mexico, we can easily go after the other Mexican miners. You're now a vassal. Yes, I think so. Especially now that I know that they have the same level of military technology. That's going to be a really long journey. Actually, it doesn't need to be. You can just go across the... Actually, this will be a good test. If my transports can make it across the Atlantic. Across the Pacific. England is now considered a great power. They just overtook Venice. We're second. Even though we haven't actually teched up yet. And now that we're like around these islands, we don't take nearly as much attrition yet. I think that the Pacific is now very much crossable. The difficulty is going to be these three. Smugglers running rampant. People are finding lots of ways of getting around paying taxes and fees on the moving of goods, smuggling them past our authorities through a variety of clandestine channels. This is cutting into our income, but stopping it would cost quite a lot in the short term. Our king knows ways to close off some of the worst ways to exploit the system. Because we are an entrepreneur, we can just spend 233 ducats right now instead of the 409 required to outright stop them. Lack of demand for perfume. Some pits has long lived off the locally produced perfume, but lately has been forced to sell their products at reduced prices. Unfortunate. Now we can go up in technology. We don't want to do that because we still haven't embraced this technology. And we probably could have embraced that had I not just had to spend 200 ducats. Alright, how are you doing? 14. No, I don't think you're still going to make that. I think I'm about to lose all 15 of my transports. Yep, there they go. Well, bugger. Are any going to survive? Yes, 3. So the crossing is theoretically possible. That's what we have proven. What's the philosophy to not take a technology? 1, it gets cheaper the longer you don't take it. And 2, I still have an institution tech penalty, which I'm getting very close to being able to get rid of. Like I have 500 ducats, it's going to cost me 595 to embrace the institutions. And in fact, if we take a look in here, Malaga's at 85%, Avia's at 90%. We have several more places which are going to embrace soon. 97, 85. And then those places embracing is also going to further reduce the cost of embracing the institution. Basically, the more of your core provinces are of that technology group, the less it will cost you. Now, when's the next version of transports available? Not until Tech 17, so I think we can go ahead Once we've embraced and built those, the other thing I wanted to do was just switch off a couple more provinces from conversion. You've still got those, you've still got those, you're doing all 4 of those, you're still busy with those. You're busy with that, and Granada's just taking its sweet, sweet time. Okay, we can't. Oh wait, hang on, yes we can. No we can't. Because these two, which are already on protecting trade, are the only ones that are actually complete. I mean, admittedly, the Madrid area is almost done. So I can probably switch you to protect trade soon enough. Innovativeness is decreasing. That's because we haven't got an admin tech yet. So be it. It'll have to go down just a tiny bit for a few... Wait, why did I... Oh, did the explorers just die? What the hell are you doing? You're taking the worst route possible. Why are you going out here? Why not go along the coast? Well, Samuel, you would deserve to die at sea, you moron. Alright. Am I going to form Spain? Maybe, if I ever manage to take out Aragon. Alright, so now we could theoretically embrace. Now, did these finish yet? You're on 94. 88, 80, 85. .6, 9.3, 97. So I think we'll wait until Palencia has it. That's still 2 years. I don't want to wait 2 years. Nah, we'll do it. We'll get it now. Because I don't want to be losing innovativeness. So we're going to go ahead and embrace. We have now embraced printing press. This reduces stability cost modifier, but furthermore, it'll allow me to go into Tech 14 for military, and also Tech 14 for admin, which will give us another group of ideas too. And we can go to Latin Caracol, cavalry. And we lost our admin advisor. Unfortunately, we have no money, so we can't replace you just yet. We will also need to think about what we want as our 4th idea slot. And right now, we're not getting a huge amount of Diplo. But with the next ruler, things are going to even out, so it won't matter as much.